Okay, as you're waiting for Felix, I think you can project from your laptop, and then he'll just present from there. There we go. I think Felix is on right now. We can get started. This is the Shopee project. So you guys are doing e-commerce. That's quite interesting.
Yes, I think it's now okay. Yeah, fine. So allow me to invite Felix. Felix, feel free to show the team what we had, what we have on the just a little description on the PowerPoint. Then we'll proceed with the website. So Felix, I invite you.
Okay, a minute as I connect my stuff.
Okay, guys, if you guys need any help projecting something, you can send the slide link on our side as well. So let's see that. Okay, Felix, we're waiting for you. If you're having trouble projecting, Gabriel, if you have the same slides, you can project on his behalf, and he can talk through them. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Let me just.
Gib, I think if you now you can see my screen, Gib. Hello.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, fine.
Yes, you're good to go. Okay.
So, Gebo. Hello.
Yes, yes, yes. Hello.
So you are able to see my screen?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Can proceed.
Okay. So, with our group, we decided to come up with what Gable. Okay, what we decided to come up with an e-commerce site for clients to find the latest fashion and expense the management. So you can see the team members: Christina, Ren, Gabi, and Felix. Then the problem that we are trying to solve in this case we are trying to connect the youth and the fashion designers to track the updates to terms of use agreement. We're trying to connect with the clients so that they can make their money grow, and maybe in terms of let's say what can I say, like we assist them to, so maybe in terms of maybe when they are maybe some youths, they have their business, maybe, so we can advertise their goods and such kind of. The next point is that problems that we have or we identified are that customers are unable to find good management and maybe utilization of the money. So, and that has been in the case of maybe, let's say, before online purchase. So, yeah, we are there. So, guys, I don't know if, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, we are hearing. Then after that, the next solutions to the problems that we identified are the freelance attorneys collect the information from both parties to make best match booking. Then track clients each version of online use agreements. You see that scenario. Then the next is like the aggregate law connect with agent legal needs. So you take that point. And the creation of a website where these two parties can interact and share the ideas that are legally accepted. Maybe. So, and the clients to be able to know where to get the legal advisors and who can represent them in court of any criminal case, maybe let's say trial, such kind of things. Actually. Then, if you see at the interface right now, you can be able to see the demo of our site, the class shop and expense tracker. So that's how this is the demo for our site. You can see we have how we can manage your expenses. So you see your balance, income, expense, the history. The technology we used to fulfill the project used the Innovation Hub for designing the project, and after if you see if we used the Innovation Hub, you see it's a form of like you can't be able to maybe let's say you can't be able to maybe to when maybe you are able to just decide on maybe let's say the theme of parliament you are trying to implement on your side. So we decided again to use Figma for designing the project again. We used HTML for construct the website, CSS for the layout, and JavaScript, especially the jQuery part. And then the challenges experienced in the process of development, we have okay, making maybe the site to be very functional in that case. So it's lucky that it's okay. We manage it. So what I can say. Then the next is getting trained claims. Like let's say maybe sorry. Oh, no. Okay. Another one is spending much time in enabling the expense manager to work. If you see, maybe if I can take you back, you see, in this part. So we had some issues here, but so we know we gonna be well. And then this allow future plans.
Felix, we lost you a bit. Felix, can you hear us? Gabriel, you can take up the last slide. It seems we lost Felix connection-wise. And then I think this is the last slide as we go to the next level. I don't know. Can everyone else hear Felix, or is it only me probably with a connection issue?
I also can't hear him.
Okay, Felix, we did lose you. I think he left the call. But Gabriel, feel free to go ahead because we have to save our time. Go ahead. And you guys will come back to taking us through your future plans after the website. No big problem.
So I'll just take you through the website on what we managed to implement. Let me just share my screen. Right. Okay. It is cannot see it. Yeah. So I guess now you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we worked on the shopping website. We were trying to implement the existing e-commerce website. So ours was to make it a little bit different in the sense that in as much as the customers will actually be purchasing from our website, then you find that most of the time someone can just purchase without planning. So there is an aspect that we incorporate on the website just to help in managing your finances. That's the management expense, which we incorporated here, which I'll show you as we proceed. So some of the links are not actually functional because there is no backend side of it. So these will just demonstrate what we will implement in the future once we manage to work on the backend, so that everything will be interactively. We will work interactively. So this is just a sample of the logo that we thought that will suit us. And so the colors that we decided to use were green, the dark green, and there is it Tina is the one who came up with this. I have forgotten the name. Yes. Yeah, so that's the one that we decided to use. And as you can see, there is on the top bar, there is the currency, the language, account, the cart. So the currency, as we decided to put it like you can purchase, not necessarily with the Kenyan currency, but we wanted to make it global. So that's why you see different currencies here. And then the language, in future, the website will also be translated to different languages. And then there is the account. So under the account, a user can create an account, which we have the login and the registration. They're actually working. So if you click on the create an account, it will redirect you to a page where you can sign up. And then once you have an account, then you can easily make your purchases. And then there is also the cart. Once once you add an item to the cart, you'll be in a position to view the cart items that are present. But now, the ones that you're seeing here, these ones are just hard coded. We're just trying to illustrate how the cart is gonna look like. So, the color is white. Oh, yeah. So these are just demonstrations on how the cart page will look like. So there is also the clear cart. It's not on. There is once your cart is full, you can decide to clear your cart. Moment. I don't know. Okay, I'll check on that. Yes, there is the clear. There are two buttons there: clear the cart and update the cart. They were functional. I don't know why they have this. I think it's just the CSS. I'm gonna check on the color. Yeah. So there is also the categories. Our products will have the categories. Us is dealing with the clothing. So there is the men, women, sportswear. So the categories, they have subcategories. So we'll have the shirts, coats. That's under men. Women will have such kind of subcategories. So once our website will be completed, you can be in a position to search depending on your preference. Yeah. So we also have the pages, the shop. So these will be the different menus that we decided not to incorporate to actually put them here because we were thinking that having them here would mean that the whole system will be working. So those are the future things that we are planning to do, just to make the menu complete, so that whenever you check if and every products from the rows and columns, you'll be in a position to get everything. And then we also have the pages. There is the manage expense, there is the register, login, password recovery, the privacy policy and terms and conditions. So at the moment you have three. We have the manage expense, register, and login. These are the only sections that are working. So if you click on the manage expense, it will take you to a section where you'll be in a position to actually track, or rather manage whatever cash you have. So here, say for instance, you want to add, say for instance that you wanted to purchase clothes you are in the category of men. So say for instance you wanted to purchase a shirt, you see the t-shirts, you want to get t-shirts, and then the amount that you have is say in your pocket you have 7,000. So out of that 7,000, the t-shirt that you have is the t-shirt that is being sold is 4,000. 4,000, so you can put it there. And then you also want to purchase say clothes for the kids. Say you've seen some Pampers there, not Pampers, you've seen some socks. Yes, socks. Amount is 300, 400. Then you add that. So out of these, you'll be in a position to view the expense that to view the expenses, and then from that you'll find your balance. Okay, all right. Is it not working? Moment. Oh my god. Wait. Okay, shirts. Amount is to 300. Add transaction. Oh my god. Something is missing here. Okay. Something is missing here. Okay, let me figure it out. So I had shown you the login and the registration. The add to cart, they are still not they are not working at the moment. So those are the things that we are planning to actually add in future. And this is just this is now the section of it. The footer, we just decided to put dummy content at the moment because they are not actually linked. This was just to demonstrate on how it's going to look like, and then we decided to link them with the existing websites, the external websites. Yeah, just to show the quick links. So that's it on the blog. We haven't updated the pages yet. Yeah, so the expense tracker is what I was just trying to demonstrate. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, generally, the expense tracker was supposed to, once you've added, say, you purchase the shirt, you purchase the socks, and then you add the transaction, they were actually going to be reflected here on the expense history. That's where you're going to see the products that you want to buy, so that you can actually know the amount that you have. From the amount that you have is when you can now estimate what you're going to spend. I'm just gonna fix this. I don't know why it has just disappeared. I think when we were working on it in the morning, there's something we were just trying to fix. Yeah. So back to you. Anyone with a question?
Okay, we'll take questions and comments from anyone, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. Probably as I get started, I think it's a good project. I didn't understand what problem you guys were solving in particular. I know there's one e-commerce side, and then there's the other expense tracking side. Probably the reason why I can't understand the problem is because the two problems you're facing are working against each other. Most e-commerce websites do not want you to track your expenses because they make more money by you spending more, right? So what's the benefit of
Yes.
you having an expense tracker with e-commerce?
Okay.
Because they seem to
Yes.
be working against each other.
Yes, actually, let me just answer that. So the reason why we decided to incorporate is because sometimes we were just taking it like in real, just an example to ourselves. You go there and then you want to purchase, and then in the process of you filling in your cart, you find that from the amount that you have is actually less from the ones that you actually purchased. So we thought it was if we incorporate it, then it will actually help customers to plan accordingly onto what they want to buy. That's why we actually decided to put it there.
Okay.
Just yeah.
I understand you. So it's more for planning, right?
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So that's interesting. Let's see if we have other questions from other people. Aseto, Ngati, Cabral. Also, Ben and Bratipa, you guys can drop questions.
From my side, I can say they have done a really good work. The coding, the implementation of the project, and the presentation was good. For a question, I don't have a question, but like to advise them to work on those functionality that are not working right now so that they can improve the site.
Yeah. Okay, sure. I will check into that. Thank you.
Let's get a final comment.
I think they've done fine. I think they've presented well. I think they should improve on the functionality of the site and ensure that the main functions work as they should.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Cabral.
Okay. So my final comment, I think this is to your team, Gabriel. As you guys are working on the functionality,
yes.
I would suggest slight tweaks on the design stuff, and this is something that you guys can schedule something with me, and we can talk about where we can do without a border or the spacing stuff, just to improve the final UI UX outlook. So that's something that I'm willing to work with you guys moving forward. I like the site and the objective you guys have. I just think it's a couple of small tweaks that we can add so that we can make the site even more premium.
All right.
For sure.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Gabriel's team with a Shopee website, right? You can track your expenses and also buy online. It's to help consumers manage their budget as they're shopping. Innovative way to think about it. So now we'll go to team 2, and this should be Bratipa and Ben.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation, Gabriel. Yes, I think I have all the links from your side. And you guys, just to note, we'll also be sharing some of your projects once they are really, really good as well. After any tweaks that we tell you to make, we'll also have them on the website just as a way to showcase as well. So keep that in mind. Okay, so go ahead. Let's hear from Ben and Bratipa right now.
Okay, guys, good morning. I think we will all good. Then in the evening we can start the presentation. Yes, and then I'll get going from there. Then. Ben, are you hearing me, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, Ben, here we are. Let me share. Just wait a minute. Maybe I contact Ben. Maybe he's not hearing. Ben, are you
Ben, I
hearing?
think you can speak if you can hear. I can see you're muted at the moment. Just go ahead. Or you can type if you can't speak.
Ben is up on technical interview. Just need to look like 1 minute and share the screen. Then we can get it. Okay, yeah. Starting. Let's wait for it to be fully presented. Okay, so as you can see now is the wireframe of the project. Kindly Ben present in the PowerPoint. So that's the wireframe of the project. As you can see, we had the home page down to the about us and down to the menu of the items and down to the feedback or the testimonials of people who visited our restaurant and the chefs, uh, the location and the opening hours and how we got contracted. So, Ben, can we go to the PowerPoint so that I can explain actually the project so that I can start on a good note? Okay, yeah. So, this is our restaurant, and it's called Dine Out Restaurant. It's a simple but responsible food for the non-vegetarians. So, what we're trying to say is currently, yeah, there are very many restaurants right now, but there are very minimal or little restaurants that actually advocate for non-vegetarian vegetarian. Sorry, so we're trying to consider out that group of people and also tap in with more profits and more engagement because it's an issue in the current market. The next slide, please. As you can see, and then go to the next slide. Next slide is about me and the team of who is me. Who did the JavaScript and the HTML, and then who did the vision and the segment. This presentation is our then. Yeah, so yeah, go to the next slide. The purpose of this website, as I told you, is to be able to create a user-friendly and responsive website for a restaurant. It can either work out for our restaurant that is today, that's Dine Out. It can work out for any restaurant as long as right now we are having the template, so it will be actually really good. And the other objective that we did have is being able to promote nutrition and its benefits through the practice of good eating habits and organic food because that's what we're advocating. And if actually we could actually get too many people to be able to join the restaurant, it means that a larger market of people will be able to eat healthy, live healthy, and be able to even reduce poverty or maybe fitness, mental health, wellness. Yeah, go to the next slide here. Who are we targeting? We're targeting all consumers of all ages, genders, who are in search of an online food order website that is smooth, fast, fully professional, and sensitive to the highest degree. As maybe well you relate, vegetarians are really people that maybe like, even if it's a onion, they like it in a specific way. Even if it's a tomato, they like it sliced in a certain way. Maybe it shouldn't be having the stew or the juice or the outer skin. So we really want to be, the people who are very sensitive and very fully to the detail. And our other target audience is the customer satisfaction, as I've said, to every detail. But with a keen interest, yes, we accept all ages and genders, but we have a keen interest to the people who suffer from chronic diseases, fitness enthusiasts, and also the elderly and kids for the same purpose as said before, for the be able to promote nutrition in the market. So this is the language that we use, the HTML for its components, elements and sections. We use the CSS for styling with its frameworks, of course, and then we use the JavaScript for the functioning, of the backend side, and for everything, for each the buttons to be functional, for the pages to also be animated. We use JavaScript for that. Next slide here. We had a lot of challenges in this project. Minimize this to the most main what we did have. As I've said before, we used JavaScript, and it was the one that was it was like the dominating part because we used it to animate, used it for the shopping cart, used it for even loading the page, and yeah, so we really experienced a lot of issues with that, considering we didn't have very many lessons in the JavaScript, but we hope we will figure them out in the meantime. Then we'll be able to fully function and fully deliver. And then another challenge was use JSON as the local server for our product. So that was really challenging, being able to integrate the JSON to the shopping carts. Yeah. What are we looking forward to? The future goals, we are able to learn and implement new ways of using the JavaScript to be able to make the website very customer friendly. Another thing, we have to integrate the M-Pesa, which we really have to use because we can't buy without paying. So yeah, we have to integrate that. We also have a plan of having a live assistant option that you can actually call the restaurant any time that you want to buy something, or maybe you need to make a reservation for the restaurant. You can actually call them through our website. But I think this will be able to be done after we have done Django, and really hopeful on that. So thank you guys for this meeting. That was our presentation. Now I'll call on them to continue to show you how the code looks like and how it really. Ben, can you try to load the page so that they can see the page loader? Yeah, so that's the page. Go slow, go slow. Okay. And then that's the project, that's the website. The menu. The testimonials, as you can see, with the ratings of other people, our shares, Natasha, Bella, Richmond, and then our location. Yeah. So then let's go from the beginning so that we can see the animation. Then try reloading the page. Okay, I think Ben is not sharing me, but what happens is if you reload the page, there's a progressive bar that actually happens. And then it actually goes to the landing page. If you can see closely, the landing page is like it's escalating, like it's moving back and forth. So it really creates the focus of the user and the enthusiasm that happens on the website. Yeah. So yeah, and then you can order and everything. Yeah. So on the about side, on the 10 years experience, there's also a screen in a spare box. Yeah. So I'll be sending the link because apparently Ben I think is not here because it's just fidgeting all around with it. But yeah. I'll send you a link for everyone to be able to see. Sorry for the inconveniences, guys. I think this So yeah, in case of any questions, please feel free to comment on it.
Awesome. Let's take questions and comments from anyone. We'll do at least 3. I have dropped the link over here so that you guys can see the website. Okay, so as a comment, I think the design is very, very neat. Good color choice. It's usually very hard to pull off the colors on dark mode because it seems it's a good dark mode website when you think about it. But the colors do blend well and the images do blend with that. So I'll give you guys that you've done a very, very good job on the design and the structure of the content, just like a typical restaurant website. I think you did good research in terms of how to structure a restaurant website, and the design came off minimal and very, very neat. So I'll give you that as a start. The only place that I'd want you guys to think about is that loader. I know you guys spent some time on that. I would suggest for a restaurant website, the loader is just adding the weight onto your page, and it has no end value. Most restaurant websites want to be static and just fast loading because people want to get straight to the content. So I don't know, probably someone might have a contrary opinion. I would suggest not spending so much time on the loader. You can create like a lazy load of images on the page or like lazy loading for content as they go down. Yeah, but don't spend so much time on the loader because even you as a customer, you can ask yourself, do you really like websites with loaders? Unless you're a full-on dynamic site that has to load a lot of content. Let's say a finance website that has to refresh each and every single time. That's when you do that. But I think for a restaurant website, you can opt out of the loader. But I did love the design. I did love everything. I don't know that the cut buttons are working. If you guys could show us more of that as well.
The cat has a problem. Thank you for your feedback, Cyril. Thank you for even the feedback about the page loader, but in this case, the page loader doesn't actually can stay so it's actually just like a really snap real thing. So like it can't really take the user's time, but I agree with your point. For the cat part, we really had problems with the JSON. I'm sure as you can see, Ben is using my GitHub part. So you can't really show the cut. If actually on near my laptop, I will show you the cut part. But we had issues with the cut. But at night, you guys can check out and everything will be very functional. I'll send the link to the Slack channel. Any more questions?
Yeah, questions, comments. When you're sending the link to the Slack channel, send it to the all students one, not the JavaScript one. Go ahead, Ongati.
So I think they have really done a good job. So on the part of the JSON, I think we'll schedule a meeting with them and then I will help them implement the JSON server part of it.
Thank you, Kebaso. We really hope we'll meet you and they can straight. Any last feedback? We also recommend feedback from our peers. That means a lot. Gabriel, Christine, Abraham.
Anyone? Yeah, Felix and Gabriel, you guys have anything to say about the project? Okay. No other comments. Go ahead, Felix.
Okay, maybe it's a good job, maybe Prativa and our team they have done. So the great job. I really appreciate. Maybe for the functionality of let's say the cards part, it's giving us some like so. I guess Prativa and Cabral and Kebaso, you can look at that.
Yes. Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Gabriel.
Yes, please go on.
Yes, I can just say that I think we get actually challenged. I'm actually impressed with the way they were the car. I think on our side they're still poor in that. The way Siri say that UI is we really need to improve on that. So I can say that their design is so much. It's extremely good, and the color, the way we choose the color, it perfectly fits the site. It's a good one. So maybe we'll come to you guys for some tutorials. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you very much, Gabriel. Yeah, probably what we can realize is we have some issues in regards to JSON servers and handling of that JSON data as well. So that's something you can look at, Ongati and Kabel, and we can talk about that on Slack to see how well we can best help both groups because they encountered problems over there. If you guys encountered any other problems, feel free to also communicate it on the Slack channel, and then we'll see what we can do. In the meantime, I'll just talk about the next cohort. I think I'd want us to close this. So yes, next showcase you'll be having machine learning projects being showcased. So keep that in mind. And it'll also have Python projects being showcased. This time it was only JavaScript. One thing is after this call, I'll share a feedback form with you guys so that you can give us a bit of feedback about the previous course, the whole JavaScript course, what went well, what didn't go so well, and it's just a chance to help us improve. So now let me talk about the upcoming module. So in the upcoming module, we have two official classes and one what I'll call an unofficial class, and I'll talk about it. So for those of you who've not done Python, we will be doing Python. So a lot of you guys in web dev will be getting into Python programming. You guys will be doing Python as together with the new data science class and the new web development class. So it's going to be a slightly large Python class, but you guys need to be familiar with Python before we get to Django. However, for the likes of Bratipa who are already familiar with Python, what we'll be doing is we'll be running something we call like React Experiential Labs. So you'll have a chance to practically work with React, and I'll explain more about this because the labs will be slightly different from how we run our typical classes. So Bratipa, you'll be with the team of advanced developers who already even know Django, and you'll be working together from project to project as we try to kind of finesse your skills in React, and that's because you've already done Python. And the final class will be the machine learning class, which will be continuing as well. So keep that in mind. It means our next showcase will have like a lot of projects showcase. I hope we'll find a way to make the presentations shorter. So all these details are details I'll send to you guys on email. I've already sent invites to classes for those who are part of the Python class. So what's remaining is people who will be on the experiential class. We will have a call on Monday, and we can talk about what will be the way forward with that experiential class. So keep that in mind, and I'll be reaching out with any with additional info in regards to the class structure. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Any comments? Okay, so quick ones. I will share the form with you. Feel free to drop us feedback, and we'll see how we can improve our services to you in the best way possible. Go ahead, Ben. I think you wanted to say something. Okay, now I'll leave it off to Ongati, Cabral. You guys have anything to add?
From my side, I don't have anything to add. It's just to congratulate them for the good work they have done throughout the whole module of JavaScript. Then I wish them all the best for the next module that they will be joining.
Thank you very much, Ongati, for that. Cabral, you have anything to add? And probably we can hear from Aseta as well.
I also don't have anything to add on. I just wish them the best, and yeah, and tell them to continue working hard. That's all.
So final words from Aseta. We've not heard from you. I know you come with a data science angle, but anything you have to say about web development?
I think the projects were actually nice, especially the hotel. So what is left is just for them to open a hotel, because they already have the anyway. But yeah, the projects were actually good, so they just need to improve, probably work on the functionality. Plus, I've had the scheduling a call with Onganti to work on the JSON server. So yeah, just keep on improving, and yeah, and that's all from my end. But the projects were actually nice.
For sure. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much for your time on a Saturday. I'm not going to keep you any longer, but looking forward to getting started back on our groove from Monday next week. So, looking forward to that. And whatever improvements we have to make, we'll keep making them. And we'll be showcasing your websites on the website as well. Okay, showcasing your projects on the website. And yes, if we improve the UI for, let's say, Gable's project as well, I think we can also start showcasing your guys' profile and the whole inspiration behind that project as well, which is quite interesting. So keep that in mind. We're trying to give our website kind of market out your projects as well on the website so that they can have more eyes and keep improving it. And we'll also make sure that we can get eyes onto it from the website part. So thank you very much, guys. Have a nice time. Looking forward to going ahead with everyone from Monday next week.
Have a nice time.